The Knight of Swords represents the fiery part of air, and he rules the 21st degree of Taurus to the 20th degree of Gemini. He's the wind, the storm. He represents the violent power of motion applied to an apparently unmanageable element. So he's great energy and fire. And if you look at the card, he's you see him. The card looks down from above, and you see this horse galloping through the air. And on top of his helmet, he has these four wings, like a helicopter. In the early 1940s, very early 1940s, when this card was created, helicopters were a novelty and very rare kind of thing. So I think this is kind of this idea of this swishing around of energy that is going on to make things happen. Now, Crowley says that he drives down the heavens, he's the spirit of the tempest. So the tempest is a stormy kind of aspect. There are no real storms in the card, of course. It's almost like cirrus clouds, these long streaky clouds that you see going along the sky and at a very high level. And in the bottom right corner we have three birds, symbols of the air. He says the steed is a maddened steed, so it's one that's just kind of driven and just moving on and just will not stop. In his hand, he has a sword, and the other a poniard, which is another kind of sword. So he's ready to attack. He's not holding. He's gripping the horse with his feet and his legs, but his arms are free to sort of move forward and attack and go whatever he's going to do. He's ready for the fight. And so, what are the characteristics of the Knight of Swords? Crowley describes him as active with skill and subtlety and cleverness. He is fierce, delicate and courageous, but altogether the prey of his ideas, which come to him as an inspiration without reflection. So he thinks of something and just goes out and does it. He doesn't sort of sit there thinking, what does this mean? How do I analyse it? Should I form a committee or something else? It's like, bang, he's got the idea and he's off. So with someone like him, he just plant the seed and he'll be saying, right, I'm going to go and do it. In the negative sense, this is almost the total opposite, because then he becomes incapable of decision or purpose. Any action that he takes is easily brushed aside for opposition. Inadequate violence spells futility. Futility, of course, is the Seven of Swords, this idea of having no purpose to whatever you do. It's just kind of, well, I don't know why I'm doing it, but so what's the point, sort of thing. And he used this interesting Latin phrase, chimera bombinans in vacuo, which is kind of, it could be sort of like nature abhors a vacuum. But actually, it's a slight misquote from Francois Rabelais' Pantagruel. Rabelais, Crowley identifies very clearly with. And it kind of translates fully as a most subtle question whether a chimera buzzing in a vacuum can devour second intentions. And as someone on the internet says, the English philosophical counterpart, which would be much more in Crowley's keeping, would be, if a chimera farts in a vacuum, does it make a noise? On a higher level, Crowley describes this image as extending the extended flame of mind, as Zoroaster calls it. So now we're on this higher level of the mind as an intellect who's able to achieve great things. It is the true will exploding the mind spontaneously. The influence of Taurus makes for steadiness, and that of the first decanate of Gemini for inspiration. So in the highest levels, we can picture him as the light shaft of the ideal absorbing the entire life in concentrated aspiration, passing from earthy Taurus to exalted Gemini. There's this element of, it can be very powerful, but there's also this element, as Crowley says, of shortened force, which is the Eight of Swords. And this is the downside, is the mind blocking and controlling things so that nothing can be seen or moved. But ultimately, you have the flame of mind. It's this gorgeous desire of able to achieve the highest moment through will and desire.